Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your astrology forecast for Tuesday, March 26th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. Let's go ahead and hop into these astrological trends for today so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. I'm gonna go ahead and, of course, bring up that calendar. And for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, actually, it's really building energy. The moon making some aspects. Venus will sextile Uranus. Today, it's sextiling the midpoint of Uranus and Jupiter. But we really just are. We're in eclipse season. We're in between eclipses. So even though all of these don't, even though I don't have them as like a important day or a mega important day, that doesn't mean that the rest of the month is not going to hit. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be some potent energy. So let's go ahead and bring up the chart for you guys. And I do need to go back and make a correction too. If you watched my full moon lunar eclipse video in Libra, I said that the last one with the South Node was in what, 2004? Or was it 2020? No, 2006. I need to make a correction. It was actually further back than that. It was actually this one right here. So it was actually 1987. So, because I actually looked into it a little bit more, and it turns out that we didn't have the lunar eclipse. Even though the South Node was in Libra, it was like at the edge of Libra going into Virgo. The moon was too far away for there to be an eclipse. It was too far away from the node to cause an eclipse. So there actually was not a lunar eclipse that year in Libra, despite the fact that the South Node was there. So it was actually 1987 was the last time that we actually had a lunar eclipse in Libra with the South Node there. So it's been even longer. Now, I think it's important to still bring that up because the lunar eclipse did just happen. It just happened yesterday, like early in the morning, right? At least here on the East Coast, right? For some of you guys, it was like the beginning of your day. Some of you guys, it's like your afternoon, but it's still prevalent because this eclipse energy is going to last a while. So just take that into consideration. The fact that this is the last time that we had one was in 1987. So I wasn't even born yet. So right. So I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even conceived. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you guys were born and stuff like that, obviously. But this is the last time that we've experienced it. So it's been a while. It's been a while. And so that's what I'm saying. We're getting a lot of energy that is not necessarily new, but it's novel in the sense that a lot of people haven't experienced it. So it's new for a lot of people, A. And then B, just considering the layering aspect of astrology, these are very unique, potent times that we are in. So just wanted to correct myself on that and bring that up. But if we're just going to look at today's, let's see, hold on, let me do that. And then, so at the time that I'm making this, 8:57 a.m., we do have the moon, of course, here in Libra. Still, well, now it's heading towards the new moon energy. So it's, yeah, but we're in between eclipses. It's about to cover all of this space. What's interesting about all this space that it's going to cover is that there's not much in Scorpio. There's not much in Sag. There's not much in Cap. It will hit Pluto, of course, in Aquarius, and then at the end of it, hits all the Pisces energy. So that's what's interesting about these next 2 weeks. I feel like we're going to be kind of lulled into a false sense of security, if you will. Not that we can't be secure or experience comfort over the next 2 weeks, but we're going to be kind of lulled a little bit just because the moon's it's not conjuncting anything besides some asteroids, right? It's only going to conjunct Pallas and Ceres, right? It's not really going to be doing a whole lot. Now, yes, it will make it will make oppositions to the Taurus energy. Yes, it will make some trines over to the Aries energy when it goes into Sag. and it will square the Pisces energy. Yes, of course. But and then of course we will get the third quarter square when the moon goes into Cap. So, but as far as like conjunction energy and the amplifying energy and us really feeling what another planet is going through, we're not really going to get that until right before the new moon solar eclipse. So, but today, with this moon in Libra, we're going to see, of course, that it has already opposed Chiron, and today it's going to oppose a Mercury that is slowing down, right? So if you continue this throughout the day, we're going to see that moon is going to oppose Mercury here at 25 degrees. And we got, like I said, this Mercury is slowing down. It's not moving very fast. It's moving less than a degree a day at this point. So, you know, this moon, of course, in Libra, wanting to kind of just wanting to feel leveled out, wanting to feel like we can balance things, and wanting to feel like, we want to feel like there's justice. We want to feel like, there's balance, in the world. We want to feel like there's equality. But this Mercury, like I said, it's slowing down. It's in Aries. It's probably a little bit frustrated at this point because it is slowing down. Mercury likes to move fast. Well, whenever Mercury slows down, Mercury gets upset about it. And this Mercury is trying to figure things out. It's now leading the Aries pack. It wants to get in front of Jupiter and Uranus so bad because Mercury just loves to speed ahead of everybody, right? But now it's slowing and it's in Aries. So this is like trying to like force our ego's idea of how things should look or be is just simply not going to work right now. It's simply just not the case. Like we can't just force the issue so much with this Mercury that's slowing down. We're gonna want to, but this is a time where it's like, even with all of this Aries energy and we're wanting to move things forward, we got to consider Chiron is here, Eris is here. The ruler of Aries, Mars, is in Pisces heading towards Saturn. Like, this is not your typical Aries season. Sure, there's some firepower here. Sure, there's some motivational energy here, but it's just coming in a very weird way. It's not coming in the usual way. It's not the usual, you can just kind of force the issue and just go for it and be impulsive. We have this, there's a little bit more of a calculation here. I think this is about also with the Jupiter and Uranus that's coming together and Venus sextiling the midpoint of these today. This really is about, recognizing the things that we do have in our life, the things that are working out, the tools, the resources that we already have. I think it's like there's an element here where we feel like we want to go out and get more and have more and, do more, if you will. But everything that you need is already right here. It may not necessarily seem like it, but it is already right here, you know? And I think that can cause some frustrations for some people because, you know, we had to deal with this whole Chiron thing in Aries, right? Venus is in semi-sextile to it. So it's like there's an element here where we kind of have to, you know, I feel like we have to kind of like meet the universe halfway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, maybe we feel like a lot of things might have happened to us and we have all of these different challenges that we've kind of gone through, and it's like there's an element here where the universe is still recognizing that. It's like, yes, I still need you to meet me halfway. And there can be some frustration where it's like, but I've given, and I still feel like I don't have enough. This really comes down to your perceptions. We have all this Pisces energy. Look at all this energy over here. Just for a second, just look at everything that is right here. All of the planets are between what, one, two, three, four signs? Taurus, Aries, Pisces, and Aquarius. Of course, Pluto's just back here, just chilling. Like Pluto does. Pluto doesn't give a fuck, Pluto moves slow. Pluto's just chilling, kind of watching the chaos from afar, kind of stoking the flames a little bit. That's what Pluto be doing, right? But look at all this, right? Look at this freaking traffic jam. So that's the thing. Like, when you have a traffic jam of energy in Pisces and Aries, and then you have Taurus here too, that's what's slowing things down. That's what's making it seem like manifestations are kind of just delayed. That's what makes it like there's so much focus on these aspects of our consciousness. So, it can be difficult to manifest, if you will, when there's such focus and pressure on 1/3 of the zodiac. And that's something we have to consider. So it's like that's why we have to have a little bit of grace on ourselves. Have a little bit of compassion. I think compassion is a huge thing, and I think compassion goes a long, long way with energy like this because there's so much Pisces and Aries energy. It's all just in one. It's such a traffic jam, and the traffic jam can cause frustration, spiritual road rage, but like it can cause so much. It can cause you to feel like you've been behind in your life, that you have to do that you have to play catch up right now in your life. But I guarantee you, everybody is feeling that way. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't care how many resources you have. I don't care how many businesses you own. Everybody somewhere in their life, in some aspect in their life, they are feeling like they are behind, that they are not enough, that they are in a massive traffic jam, and there's frustrations that are starting to boil over. Everybody, this is the kind of energy that does level the playing field in many ways and humanizes us. This is a very humanizing, humbling energy. So, like I said, just take that into consideration and know that, there is a great deal of pressure in these areas in our life. And, and it's like I said, this is Pisces. So it's deep. It's the 12th house. It's hidden. It's spiritual. You know, it's the unseen. It's the subconscious. And then Aries is what you see. It's in your face, you know? So there's both of these that we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with the things that are percolating underneath, and then we're dealing with how we present ourselves in the world. And of course, our value, you know? So that's a good bit to deal with. There's a lot of change, there's a lot of transformation that is happening right now. So have some compassion on yourself, you know, but still be honest with yourself about the things that you do need to do, the changes that you do need to make. But like I said, since we are in between eclipses, I don't think this is really a time to be making massive changes or massive financial decisions. I don't think this is a good time to buy a house. I don't think this is probably it's probably not a good time to buy a car unless you absolutely need to. Um, it's probably not a good time to start a business. Maybe to start to work on the business or work on your craft or whatever. I think this is really a good time to do those things just because we're in between eclipses and things are very potent right now. And generally, things started around these times don't work. This is probably not the best time to get married. Just saying. So, you know, hey, if you gotta do what you gotta do, I get it, but I'm just saying this is probably not the best time for that stuff. So this is a time where it's like we are kind of holding on, we are kind of hunkering down, and just with the waves of this energies that we are getting, we have to just kind of hunker down and be like, I got this, I can handle this. I'm telling you, man, like I over the last several weeks the people in my life, whether it's friends and colleagues from work to myself to family members to my wife to random people that I help at the store, everybody is just like everybody is stressed. Everybody is like holding on. It's like they're playing tug of war, and it's like their hands are just burning. Everyone's like that right now. Everyone's holding on in some way. And you can see it, you can hear it in their voice, you can see it in their eyes, their mannerisms. And everyone's just trying to do something to feel better. Everyone has something, everyone has a crutch right now. It's Chiron and Aries. Everyone has some type of crutch. Some crutches are probably legitimately better than others, but everyone has a crutch right now. So just take that into consideration when you go out into your day today. That everybody has something, everybody's dealing with something, everyone has a crutch, and try not to take things too personally. That's the key thing with the energy like this is do your best to not take things personally because it 9 times out of 10 is not personal. And if it is personal, then it's probably best for you to just walk away because engaging in that energy is probably not going to lead you anywhere. Let's get into the cards. All right, let's see. This is one deck that I'm still trying to figure out how to shuffle well. Yeah, this is one deck that I'm still trying to figure out how to shuffle well. It's one of my newer decks, and it's a little bit on the difficult side to shuffle, but we're gonna make do with it, you know what I'm saying? So might have to just do it the old-fashioned way and just kind of cut it here and there, and we got this. So all right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I have the Four of Cups. This card is actually pretty perfect because I like the way that this card depicts it, this deck. You have these two dudes that are just kind of sitting behind this wall. There's fire and brimstone and chaos happening on the other side. The three cups are sitting below them, and then there's another one that's up in the air that is shining. This is literally the depiction of what I just said. We are all kind of just going through hunkering down, and this is a time where we have to go within, find our peace, find our calm, and hunker down, and we'll get through this energy. We're all kind of going through it, and it definitely can feel like there's a lot of chaos that's happening in the world around us, and probably even within our own self. You can't really do much about the chaos that's happening around you, but what you can do is go within yourself and heal and meditate and find the peace within your own self. That is one thing that you definitely can do. I have that followed by the Six of Cups. This is the card of nostalgia. I think we are wanting some nostalgia, maybe something that comes up today that makes you feel like a kid again. This could be a good day to just kind of maybe talk to a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe watch a show from your childhood or play some board games. This could be a good day to just kind of let loose a little bit and have fun. Maybe, help to kind of get you out of your normal routine. You know what I'm saying? So, I would encourage you to do that. Like I said, talk to an old friend, do something fun, play a game that you haven't played in years, or watch a TV show that you haven't watched since you were a kid, and let go of all your pretenses. Let go and drop your judgments and just enjoy the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the moment. Let's go ahead and grab an oracle card as well. I have the card of dynamic. The card of dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much where we are. We're trying to integrate all of these new, novel, never seen before energies for the collective. And how do we harmonize that with what we do know, with what is familiar, the things that we do know and are familiar? Which one of those things do we really vibrate with? Which of those things can we bring with us into the new world? So I think, like on a day like today, where we may be experiencing a lot of the same stuff, a lot of these waves, a lot of this energy, a lot of this pressure, bringing in some of that familiarity, like I said, with the Six of Cups here, and doing some of that, it's going to give a more dynamic view. It's going to expand your perspective, and it's going to kind of abduct you out of, if you will, it's going to kind of abduct you out of this sort of, I guess, perception or lost state that everything is crazy and whatever like that. It can kind of put you into a bit more of a simpler time, if you will, and that can expand your perspective. So we have to learn how to integrate those things and see the dynamism of life, because life has so many curves, edges, colors, and nuances. It's about appreciating all of that, all aspects of the journey of life. That's going to do it for your daily astrology forecast today. Hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey today. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to my website, jphoenix.com. And as always, y'all take care, stay blessed, have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you all on the next astrology forecast. Peace.